Good evening and welcome to KMTV. I'm Ben Kennedy. Your top stories tonight. Tributes to young heart attack victim. Thanet MP has say over Brexit. And Kent remembers the Battle of the Somme. But first, a school near Ramsgate was evacuated after a bomb threat earlier today. A phone call was made to Minster Primary School threatening its security. The call was reported shortly before midday and pupils and teachers were evacuated while police searched the area. The site has since been made secure and there is no longer a threat to staff or pupils. The incident comes a month after Dame Janet's Academy in Ramsgate was also evacuated over bomb fears. Tributes have been paid to a popular young man from Maidstone who died from a suspected heart attack a week before his 21st birthday. Daniel Dunmill was described by his dad Mark as the perfect son after he tragically passed away on Sunday. 55-year-old Mark said from the moment he was born, he lit up our lives. His girlfriend, Brooke Tudor, said he was a complete gentleman who was loved by everyone. He died at his home in Wateringbury. The death is currently being treated as unexplained. Bad news for commuters as transport chiefs have announced there are no new trains to end the misery of overcrowding on high-speed lines. London workers living in Kent say the HS1 service to St Pancras is so popular that most trains are now too full by the time they reach Ashford Station. Passenger numbers have increased by 40% since 2006 and South Eastern say they have already had to meet demand by adding 200 additional trains. South Eastern has apologised to commuters who suffered uncomfortable journeys and said it has written to the government making the case for more trains. A former Kent student is now second favourite to take over from David Cameron as the country's Prime Minister. Energy and Climate Change Minister Andrea Leadsom has today overtaken Michael Gove as second favourite to become leader of the Conservatives. Leadsom, who campaigned to leave the EU, was a student at Tunbridge Grammar School before studying political science at Warwick University. She said she sees Brexit as a huge opportunity to make Britain better. Boris Johnson shocked the country yesterday when he announced he would not be standing in the Tory leadership contest. Our reporter Louisa Britton went to Thanet today to ask Conservative MP Craig McKinley if he was backing anyone in particular for the leadership campaign.
No, not at this moment. Obviously everyone declared just yesterday, 5 runners. Beforehand, I was sort of erring towards if there was a Boris Gove team, I had that in mind as potentially with some strengths. But since that all fell apart yesterday, no, I'm back sort of considering, really. But I do still maintain that it's got to be somebody who is Brexit at heart and willing to make sure that this deal is an amicable divorce and works for Britain.
Was that a bit of a surprise when Boris Johnson said that he wasn't going to run for the leadership?
It was actually, yes. We all had our invites the night before to come to this grand launch. The next day I couldn't make it, I was working in the constituency. But yeah, it all fell apart and it was something of a surprise. And if you were to look at the faces of some of the MPs that were in attendance, they didn't even know.
And finally, today, Kent has been remembering the nearly 500,000 Brits who lost their lives a century ago in the Battle of the Somme. A memorial service took place in Maidstone's Brenchley Gardens today, attended by around 200 people. Poetry was recited and wreaths laid at the local cenotaph, led by the Mayor, Councillor Derek Butler. The 5-month battle was the largest of the First World War and one of the bloodiest in human history. Our reporter caught up with some of the attendees to see what's compelled them to pay their respects.
These are young men, a complete generation, were almost wiped out. And I just feel it's my duty not only to know about history, but to pay homage to what these guys did.
I'm here in memory of my grandfather who fought the Battle of Somme. He was injured on the first day, took a bullet in the left shoulder. At least he survived.
Well, that's all from us for tonight and for this week, but we will be back again on Monday as usual with all the latest stories from across Kent. In the meantime, don't forget you can always keep up to date by going to KentOnline.co.uk or tune into KMFM. But from all of us here, have a great weekend. Bye-bye.